Hello, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. This is Squashwarp and I'm Luke. And today, hopefully, we're going to Gilly. But first, it's just a correction burn. I'm not sure that we're going to make it right away. We'll probably have to wait for more orbit. There's Eve. Gilly's out there somewhere. And in 4 days, we have a burn to put us on a intercept with Gilly. So I'm going to fast forward there as soon as we get pointed the right way. And I'm going to do science. I'm going to do some science as we go. So bear with me as I science things. And I'll do this sped up. And I'll turn off the music too. Okay, I cut that out. I did some science and I did some time warping. And now we're going to do our burn. It's just 10 seconds. Okay, we're going to Gilly. How long is it going to take? 4 days to intercept. Meanwhile, the Gilly relay is about to be there right now. Let's go to that. There it is. There's the lumpy Gilly. Gilly is the smallest body in Kerbal Space Program that has gravity, but I don't know about mods. So I have Outer Planets mods, so there might be something smaller. But I think it's... I won't say how big it is because I don't remember really, but it's tiny and has very little gravity, and we're going there. Look at its tiny sphere of influence. We haven't entered its sphere of influence yet. Close. Let's point orbit retrograde here. And then once we go through into the sphere of influence, we'll make a maneuver real quick. Actually, we can start working on that now. That seems wrong to me. Oh. What? What am I looking at here? No, it's not going to take long regardless. Let's just warp until we get past the sphere of influence. Okay, we're in it. Periaps is in 5 minutes. Let's quick save. And let's go close to it. But sometimes warp to place doesn't work. It worked this time. Okay, I'm going to sneeze and we're going to circularize. And with that, we have a contract. And I did sneeze after all. The relay is in position. Now later missions to Gilly can use it instead of having to transmit all the way to Kerbin. So that's true. Something freeze? No, everything's fine. All right, we put the relay where it was supposed to go. We didn't really need it. We satisfied a contract, made somebody happy, and there it is. There's Gilly. That's where we're going. We could probably land on Gilly with this spacecraft, but we don't have to because the Kerbals are going to do that soon. Speaking of which, what's next? Questing night is arriving in 3 days. I have other things I could be doing at the Space Center, but instead of rushing things, I'm just going to focus on what we're doing out here. Because my attention gets so split sometimes. So we're going to switch to them. I'm going to do science as we go. I'll probably cut most of it out, and then I'll see you at Gilly. Okay, we're back with our Kerbals. I've been doing science. We're about to run out of electric charge, so oh well, but we're going to get to the other side of the planet in a second. There we go, and then we're going to go all the way out to Gilly. I don't know if I've ever been to Gilly with Kerbals. I've definitely not got this far in career mode, at least not in a very long time. Not with all these mods for sure. I'm excited. Gilly is very small. It's very goofy. We're definitely going to be time accelerating all of our travel to and fro because it takes a long time. Okay, SOI change. Close alarm. You know, I don't think I ever made a maneuver. Let's make a maneuver real quick. Add maneuver there to circularize. Yeah, like that. It's gonna take 2 minutes. Glad I made the maneuver because that's an important thing to know. Yeah, let's get pointed the right direction. Oh, there's Gilly. We're here, everybody. Dun da da da. Okay. Just bear with me for a minute. I'm kind of going in slow motion. There we go. We've changed sphere of influence. And we still need to point retrograde so that we can do our maneuver. How close are we going? Periapse is 10 kilometers. I think that's a safe distance. Okay. We're looking good. Let's time warp until it's time to start the burn. 3, 2, 1. This is more of an orbital rendezvous than a capture burn. I will skip through because it's a couple minutes. Yep. We overburned and we are now landing. So hang on a second. Let us point prograde. Actually, I don't think it matters what way we point as long as we point along the horizon. We just need to throttle up and we need to make sure that we don't land the entire spacecraft on Gilly because that's not really what our mission is. We can completely change our inclination, that's fine. But we just need to make sure that we actually have an orbit. I'm not sure where I went wrong there, but that's fine. Speed up just a bit. So I feel like it wouldn't be super safe to try to soft land the entire spacecraft. It would probably be doable, but not super safe. Okay, call that good. We're a little low. Some of those rocks are kind of lumpy. I'm going to quick save here. And if we crash into the rock, let it be known I quick saved because I was worried about that. But going low might enable us to do low altitude science. So now that we're here and we've accidentally completely changed our inclination, let's do some science. I'm going to fast forward through the science because it's a whole process. Yep, it's tiny. I'm really curious whether I actually end up playing that sped up or if I cut it, because it's like it is a big part of the gameplay is the experience of doing science, and it is fun, but I don't know if it will look like anything sped up, so I'll have to speed it up and see what happens. Anyway, let's see if we can get low altitude science before we crash into the ground. I wonder what the biomes of Gilly are. Let's take a look. Wait. There it is, Gilly. Now let's turn off the resource overlay. There is Highlands, Lowlands, and Midlands, and that's it. That's adorable. Okay, well then we just need to get to the Highlands, and then we'll have all of our gravity data, and then we need to do a low pass, which I'm not sure how to do without crashing into the surface. Let's just keep warping until we get to the Highlands. Okay. Now, we have to be a little bit more risky. I don't know how to get low altitude science without just actually crashing into the planet. Let's warp here. I quick saved in case we crash into the planet. we have all of that science. Oh, that's us crashing into the planet. Whoop. We're still in space high, but our altitude over the terrain is 700 meters. Are we going to make it through? Let's say we're going to make it through. But we're still in space high, so what are we supposed to do? I think the answer is we're not going to get low altitude science with the plant experiment or the observation. I think that's okay. We're just not going to do that. Let's go to ApoApps. Warp there. Point forward. And let's circularize so that we're not in danger of crashing into the lumps as they go by. Waiting to get pointed here. Okay, that's pretty circular. Now, we get to send somebody down. I can leave those where they are. Let me just stick them up here. That's fine. Okay, Janeni has been in here, but Janeni can't stay in there. Janeni needs to go in here because our scientists are the ones who get to land on Gilly. That's the way it works because they're the only ones who can do the science experiments. So, Gwendis. Gwendis, you go first. You're going to be the first Kerbal on Gilly, on a moon other than a moon of Kerbin, on a body outside of Kerbin's sphere of influence. This is going to be a big event for you, Gwendis. You're going to go down in history. All right, let me make sure I have fuel and stuff. Oh, that's important to check. The liquid fuel has run down because these tanks were draining with the other engines. So let's grab fuel from the main tank. Wait. What's the problem here? All right, let me fiddle with this. Oh, it's because these are open. That won't work. Okay. Open these. And main tank out. Fill these up. We have no refill on the oxidizer, but we can at least fill up the liquid fuel that we drained. Speed that up. And we can also fill up monopropellant. Monopropellant, monopropellant, monopropellant. And get a refill from where? Aha, from here. Out. All right, quick save, and now we're gonna go. All right, Gwendis, you in there? Yes, Gwendis is in there. And it's an historic moment. Okay. I will deploy. Hang on. Oh. I'm not controlling the ship, that's why. Extend solar panel. Extend solar panel. I was worried there. It's like, this mission is all doomed. No, it's all fine. Don't crash, though. You've got all of the mission's science on your lander here. All right, let's point retrograde. Unfortunately, the spacecraft is in the way, so yeah, change so that we're not going to thrust directly towards the spacecraft. And it doesn't matter which biome we land in the first time because it's the first biome either way. So let's deploy the gear. Oh, this needs to be reset. Let's just reset that. I'm sure it's fine. Okay, now this should be fine. Where's the thermometer? Is there a thermometer and a barometer on this puppy, or did I fail to put those on this thing? Well, that'd be silly. Came out all this way and we didn't have a thermometer and a barometer? Yeah, we haven't been taking temperature scans. Think of all the science we missed out on because I didn't put a thermometer and a barometer on this thing. What a huge oversight. Well, we're still going to have fun. It just means we're not going to be completionist and get all the science we can because we forgot the two most basic science experiments. I have no idea what happened there. All right. Let's thrust. I'm going to do as much of this as possible with RCS. And there we go. We're going to land in the Highlands, I think. Let's see if that's where we're landing. It doesn't tell us. But I'm going to assume that we are. It would tell me in the Kerbal Engineer, but I'm just going to ignore Kerbal Engineer. And we're going to switch it to surface mode straight away. And I'm going to start to descend. Let's get our science thing out. Oh, we were in space. No, we're in the lowlands. We're still in space high. Slowly descending. I don't want anything to happen too fast. Can't believe I didn't put a thermometer and a barometer on this thing. All right, we're starting to fall. Okay, now we're over the Midlands. That's fine. We already have space high over in the Midlands. We're still in space high. All right, 2 kilometers up. There we go. In space low. Let's do all of the science experiments. We're going to keep everything. Set the crew report. We're going to send that. Keep. We kept everything. Let's EVA. Do an EVA report. Board. Keep that. And then we're going to collect all. Then we're going to do a crew report. Transmit that if we didn't already. Collect all. EVA again. EVA report. Keep. Board. Gravity scan. Transmit. No usable comms device. Oh, okay. EVA. Restore. Take data. Can I reach this? I don't want to get out of my capsule in this situation. I think this is good enough. Let's make sure we're only going 21 meters per second, so we're doing fine. Let's run a magnetometer report. Even though we've already done it, we can keep that. I'm gonna activate these because I use them a lot when we're doing science. Collect all. Collect all. All right, 500 meters out. Looks like we're going to the Highlands. Let's start using the RCS to decelerate. If I can do the entire landing on RCS, that's a good thing. I only need enough monopropellant to dock. And since I can't refill the oxidizer, but I can refill the monopropellant, as long as I keep enough monopropellant to dock, we can be sure to be fine. And the monopropellant thrusters have enough thrust to safely land. I haven't even turned on my engines. Let's activate the engines. There. Now I have them if I need them. How you doing, Hudemy? Oops, don't waste monopropellant. Somehow I don't feel like we needed this ladder. What was that? Something just flew by. I don't know what that was. Dust? A glitch? 100 meters. 50 meters. See what I mean when I say the gravity is low? Okay, we're here. Whoop, whoop. We're here. Let's point the right direction. And consider ourselves... Oh, these landing legs are such a nightmare. Let's turn the ground... Whoop, ground tether on. There we go. I love that ground tether feature. I don't know what it comes from. MKS or something? Alright, we're here. And we got science to do. Alright. Let's do the EVA report and the surface sample real quick. Short. Then let's do the crew report. We can't transmit it because we don't have any antennas, so we keep that. So now we collect all data into... Well, let's just do everything else. Material study, gravity scan, seismic scan, mystery goo, and temperature scan. Wait, we do have a thermometer. I don't know where it is. Keep. I guess it's just the barometer I'm missing. Where the heck is the thermometer? I don't see it. I hid it from myself somehow. Okay. Well, anyway. Collect all. Now you go on EVA. You do another surface sample. You do another EVA report. One small step for Kerbal, one giant leap for Wah! Okay, keep experiment. Now we're going to take data, store experiments. Now we're going to walk down here. Log gravity data, keep, restore, and you get to go now. All right. This is, you get to fall onto the surface of an alien world. What do you think, Gwendis? Ah! Boots on regolith. We did it. Did it, Gwendis? You're on Gilly. Amazing. Surface sample. I think we already have this. EVA report. I think we already have this, but we can keep that. Turn off the jetpack for a second. Oop, no, we have to turn the jetpack on so that we can keep ourselves on the ground. Okay. Restore. Restore. Whoops. Well, we're just gonna have to watch this happen for a minute. She bonked her head. Okay, there we go. Don't break the solar panels, those are critical. No. Oh my god. Okay. Board. Cancel. Can we store experiments in here? No, we just have to board anyway, dump experiments, that's fine. Okay. Collect all. Collect all. Is there anything in here? Review stored data. Gravity scan. Gravity scan. Okay. EVA. Surface sample. EVA reports. Keep. Board. Material study, gravity scan, seismic scan, mystery goo. Keep. Now, where the heck is the thermometer? It's going to take me a second to find. Aha! I found it. Log temperature. Gilly is chilly. Keep experiment. Can we collect that? No. Okay. Can we collect it in here? No. Alright. Let's do a seismic scan. And a mystery goo observation. Okay. Let's extend this ladder, because that might help us. Restore board material study. I'm gonna start cutting this. Okay, I got all the science from all the things as far as I can tell. Gonna board. Apparently some of them are duplicates. That's lots of science, and then she should probably plant a flag. So, Gwendis, one more EVA. Let me turn these off. Climb down the ladder and do a ceremonial flag planting. Maybe, oops, you took a step and went floating off into space. Whee! Yep, this is Gilly. This is what stepping too hard does. It's its own suborbital flight. Whee! This is a record for the longest long jump. There we go. Okay. Plant a flag. First Gilly landing. And the record for longest long jump. Hooray! Climb. And then just, yeah, fall down. That's fine. Oh no, we're stuck. This is gonna take a second. Okay. Let's turn on the jetpack and fly back. This is getting ridiculous. Yeah, the acceleration due to gravity is minuscule. It's almost, but not quite, like being in space. There is a pull, so you can't completely ignore it, but it's almost ignorable. Grab board. Let's retract the ladder. Quick save. And there's questing night. Like, we can just see it over there. So let's target it. And instead of throttling up, let's just RCS on. Oh, ground tethers are on. Wasting valuable monopropellant. Turn toward the target. Nope. Oh, I can't turn toward the target. Okay, hang on. And let's just thrust in that direction. Let's make sure our orbital velocity is maybe 15 meters per second. should be enough. Okay, now we are in a suborbital trajectory. It's showing me where Apoapс is right there. Okay. It's 6 minutes to Apoaps. All right, let's go there. 5 minutes. 3. Oh, did I lose signal? What happened? Everything's working just fine. How far away are they? Distance 12 kilometers. When they get here, the separation is going to be 4 kilometers. Let's just... I'm experimenting, but let's quick save this and let's just thrust a little more. There we go. 2 kilometers. So there's 3 biomes on Gilly, and we've cut into our monopropellant reserves that much by visiting one of them. Although we still have to finish Rendezvous. Let's just target, press toward the target. So my point is that with a couple of monopropellant refills, we can do all of our Gilly missions contentedly. Now we have to bring... Do we have to bring the lander back to Eve? That's an interesting question. It's got a bunch of our science experiments on it. But if we left it in orbit of Gilly, then it's always there for somebody who wants to do future Gilly landings. Oh, it's fine. Let's just do a docking real quick. Well, I accidentally turned the engines on, but they're so low thrust it didn't matter. Okay, so we burned a little bit of our... No, barely any. Okay. Okay. What do we do now? Let me think. Well, Gwendis returns the triumphant hero. And transfers back to the laboratory. Back to the laboratory, yeah. But we can't start processing any of that data because our data is already full. So we just need to stay here for a bit. That's fine. Now, Khadami could do a couple more landings. Let me check what's coming up on the timer. The space bus is in 2 hours. So let's wait on another landing and do the space bus first. And then we'll come back and we'll do Khadami's landing. Let's switch over to the space bus. Here's the space bus. We need to make a maneuver to adjust our rendezvous with Minmus. So stand by. Okay, I made the maneuver. We're going to have to slowly point towards it. It's going to take us 12 seconds. Let's turn off this alarm and add the alarm for the maneuver. Can't see what I'm doing. Don't add another alarm. Okay. Let's wait to point, and then we'll go. Okay, there's our orbit line. Let's just set a timer for when we're going to arrive. After the Dunahab crosses into the sphere of influence of Duna. Let's do our next Gilly landing, and then we'll do the Duna hat. Oh look, we have 1100 science. We could start unlocking that next text node. I will do that shortly. Okay, Hudemy, it's your turn. Where are you? Hudemy, transfer into the lander. It's your turn to go to Gilly. I'm going to transfer some fuel, and then we're going to go quick. Yeah, see, there's something out there. Must be one of our other space probes. Or maybe it's aliens. Dun dun dun. Meanwhile, there's our landing prediction. I can see it. I had to completely kill our orbital velocity so we could fall straight down so that we could land in the Midlands and be in a different place. All right. I no longer need Kerbal Engineer. Down we go. I haven't used that mod. I don't actually know how to use the inside of the cockpit. Wait, what was that? I swear something just flew by. I wonder if it's a... They have a lot to say. I wonder if what I'm seeing is some kind of artifact of a visual mod or something. Anyway, no, I didn't mean to remove from symmetry. Oh well. Retract solar panels since we're not in the sun anyway, and then I can't break them off. All right, science time. I'll see you in a second. Okay, we've done lots of sciencing. And now I need to plant my flag so that he gets flag planting credentials, because apparently that's critical for getting experience. So let's stand on this rock. Hopefully that doesn't break the flag planting experience. Come on, sit, sit. There we go. And Hudemy gets to plant a flag. I think it's going to float. Oh, no, he just does it with his mind. There we go. Midlands. Hudemy. Yeah, that's how you spell it. Hudemy was here. Okay. Whoops. Well, when we come back down, I'll take us to orbit. Hudemy is back. Hudemy, transfer back into the laboratory. Actually, Hudemy needs to go back in. We're gonna do one more landing, but I'm gonna do that in a minute. We have another very exciting mission to do as well. So we've landed in the Midlands and we've landed in the Highlands. We just need to land in the Lowlands. We're gonna wait a little bit to do that. Let's see what comes next. Junahab is in 4 hours, so let's do that. This is the one that we honestly may not use, but I'm still going to try to land it for research purposes, but it doesn't do a lot for us because it doesn't give us enough supplies. It can reset our hab timer if we get cooped up in the car, though, so that could be helpful. Might even be worth waiting to land it until we see how the car performs, the rover, whatever. Anyway, let's get to our sphere of influence change, and then I'll set up a maneuver. I can just skip through this part. Okay, we are crossing through Ike's sphere of influence, getting our orbit moved by Ike, and then arriving at Duna Periaps here. Now, if we were to adjust our approach, we could get a more circular, a more equatorial orbit. We could even match with the Duna Ascent vehicle. There's not really a good reason not to do that, other than laziness. But the Duna Ascent vehicle isn't in a perfect orbit either. And we've got a good amount of delta V. What's it going to take to circularize here? Yeah, we've got plenty of delta V, so we don't need to worry too much about getting a perfect encounter. What I actually want to do even more is learn whether or not the sphere of influence changes are going to mess with us. Because this component of the mission may end up being superfluous because of its design flaw, I'm going to ignore the sphere of influence changes and just make a timer for the maneuver at Periaps. And then we'll find out if something goes wrong. That's my plan. Now I'm going to make this maneuver, and then I'm going to go switch to the next thing. Okay, the next thing I want to do is this Marrow Eve mission, which I'm very excited about. Let's get into the sun. Now I'm going to quick save because I am still rusty. I think that this says I have 331 meters per second in this stage. And then I noticed that I have another stage here, and I don't know how much delta V is in that. So let me refresh my memory. If I go to Vessel, I have to show engineer. Delta V total, stage 6, delta V total. Is that because it's using... I'm not sure. This should... See, it's not acknowledging the existence of an additional stage after this one. So that's why I'm going to quick save in case I've misread something. But if I haven't misread something, we get to do something very cool. So let's go back to Periaps. Warp here. Now, this is very subject to reloads because I'm very excited about this mission, but I also don't remember the details of how it was going to work. There's the Auroras over Eve, which I'm so proud of getting to work, and I'm so grateful to the modding community that, like, I can do all these crazy things. Okay. Periaps is in 30 seconds. Let's just throttle up. We're going to circularize our orbit as best we can. Okay. That's that for that stage. Now we decouple. Okay, this is now dead in space, but this was what I wanted to switch to. Are we okay? This says we have 4,000 meters per second of delta V. So let's throttle up It looks like that's correct. So we can actually circularize our orbit at 100 kilometers. We don't need it to be circular, but we do have the delta V. I overbuilt this, which is nice to see. Alright, so I'm going to circularize, and then I got to look at some maps, and I'll be right back with you. I think this is good enough. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Okay, that worked, so I'm going to save. Now the other thing is trash. Whatever it is. Marrow Eve. I don't know what we are. Are we Marrow Eve Relay? A probe? Doesn't matter. Let's get into the sun. I'm going to make a named quick save. Quick save 112, sure. I'm going to warp. Oh, no, let's not warp. Let's do maneuvers. Add a maneuver that does this. No, that's on the dark side. I don't want to be on the dark side. Okay. That was the whole point, is I want to be on the light side. What's Eve's rotation period? 3 days. I'm going to try to wait a day and a half. That's the plan. Wait a day and a half. So I hit quick save, and then I go here, and then I start time warping. No, I set an alarm. That's what I do. I set an alarm for 8 hours. Add alarm. Okay, I cut some stuff out because I accidentally put flashes on the screen that were really bad. But I warped ahead. Now let's see if that actually had the desired effect. Yes, it did. I think if I wait a little longer, I could get what I want. No, this will work. This will work fine. Okay, I have to be... I want where my periapse is to be where I come down. Let me make sure I know which way I'm going. I'm going... Boy, we have the same... Wait, is that me? Or is that... I guess this is me. Anyway. Add a maneuver. Reduce... bring the periapse down to about 50 kilometers. And then move it to be about there. Okay, that's my best guess. I think I can move it a little further. Like that, and it'll still work. Alright, this is my quick save. I'm not going to quick save again until we either succeed or fail. Add alarm. And we're going to warp to our maneuver. I haven't explained what we're doing yet because I want it to be a surprise. I just realized that this prediction is going to be wrong because there's a reason. So let me move it more like this. And see if that still works. Think we'll be okay. And if not, that's why we put a quick save in there. All right, let's point towards our maneuver. And let's warp there. This will be the third lander on Eve. We've done this twice before with surface landers that went down and found life on the surface of Eve. So this is a follow-up mission. Okay. I think that that's correct. Now, let's turn this way. Okay, this is going to go, then that's going to go, then these are going to go, then that. Okay. I was about to hit F5. I got to remember not to do that. Let's see if we can get into the sun and recharge our battery before we jettison the solar panels. Atmosphere height is about 90. Ignore the glitchy background. Atmosphere height is about 90. Okay, we got full electric charge. All right, here we go. All right, once again, it's actually this one that we want. And we want to point surface retrograde. And I hope that we fall the correct way through the atmosphere. Gosh, I forget how cool it is to go to Eve. All right, I'm going to turn off my camera so that when I watch this later and when you watch this now, my face isn't ruining the gorgeous view of Eve. But not necessarily going to speed this up because I feel like I speed up things that have become routine, and this is definitely not routine. Let's time accelerate till we get to the atmosphere, which I think is at 90. Boom, 90. Okay, there it is. Now, what is the landing prediction now? I think that that's where we want to be. Now we're going to leave this fairing on to protect the contents. Now this might be a rather aggressive descent. We've got full ablator. We get to watch that thing disintegrate. Yep. That scared me. But the solar panels that are facing into the airstream are going to start going. We're starting to use up our ablator. We don't see any re-entry effects yet, but we are getting heating nonetheless. Okay, now we're starting to get the effects. Using up ablator. Starting to enter. Has our prediction changed? Looks pretty stable. The empty tank is slowing down faster than we are. Oh wow. It's like white hot coming off of that. So we are going 3 kilometers per second. Okay, this is gonna be hot. Yeah, we're sending trails off into the distance. We have to stay pointed. We need to keep our electric charge. There goes the rest of the spacecraft. Okay. This is why we're leaving the fairing on. I don't know how much of a protection from heat a fairing is, but at least it's something. Okay, electric charge is going down, but not so fast. The ablator is also going down. We're not decelerating very much. I'm not in a thick enough part of the atmosphere to decelerate very much. This is pretty. This is the heaviest lander I've ever built, so for this type of purpose, so I'm worried that we're gonna run out of ablator before we actually slow down. Getting a little off center. Need to stay centered. Halfway through our ablator. Oh! It's getting hard to keep pointed the right direction. Has to stay pointed the right direction. Has to stay pointed the right direction. No, no, no. We need the heat shield going first. I'm doing everything I can to keep us pointed so that the heat shield is going first. Okay, alright. We've slowed down substantially. I can now let go of that so that the electric charge doesn't go down too fast. Thankfully we weren't trying to flip upside down, we were just trying to go in on a weird angle. I used up a lot of the electric charge fighting that. But now I've turned off SAS. And this is why we wanted to do this on the daytime side, because I believe we have solar panels, which we're going to reveal as soon as it feels safe, which will be soon. I think once we're subsonic, we can jettison the fairing. Okay, I have to admit that this mission is also going to be a bit spooky, for me at least, because going into these dense clouds is a whole thing, and then where we're going after that is a whole thing for me too. But it'll be worth it, I think, I hope. Oop, we can start to see below us. I see a shore, I think. Okay, we're subsonic now. I'm going to deploy the fairing. There we go, and now we should start getting our electric charge back. Yep. That's a shoreline, alright. Those are rocks. That's ocean. But what kind of ocean? So where did we end up? Right on the edge. I meant to go to a deeper area, but this will work too. Alright, I might start time accelerating some of these things, because it's taken a little while to get down there. Oh, we should have been doing science. Well, most of the stuff we've already done. Let's get the things that we can. Once again, we can see these bubbles, which we assume are either life or some kind of life byproduct. We can see them from the shore. We don't see any over the water. Well, it's not water. It's explodium, apparently. We don't know what it is. The parachutes have not slowed us as much as I thought they were going to. Oh, you know what? It's because we need to jettison the last piece. Okay. Yeah, trajectory prediction, that's fine. We can have that turn off, that's fine. Let's jettison the heat shield now. Oh, that's not what I want to look at though. Okay, heat shield is going into the explodium. Down it goes. Did it splash? I think it splashed. Now, I would like to transmit this. Communication. Let's set it to allow partial. And let's review data and let's transmit this. Oh, okay. Well, this is the one that opens communication. Allow partial. Okay, let's stop transmitting. We need to fold it in for this. We're hitting the water faster than I meant to. Keep calling it water. Fingers crossed. Oh. Oh, we smashed right into our heat shield. I didn't expect that at all. Did we keep all of our parachutes? No, we lost a parachute because we landed on our heat shield. So we are not descending symmetrically, but this was the whole point. We are now in the explodium, and already it is extremely creepy. Let's take a gravity scan, a mystery goo, an atmospheric pressure, and a temperature. Some fluids have seeped into the container. The goo vehemently avoids the stuff. Alright. Keep. Recorded accurate measurements. Keep. Pressure is very high. You wonder how high it would be at the bottom of this deep purple sea. Yeah. Keep experiment. I think I have to do something I don't like, which is I think I have to cut this chute. This one specifically. No, this one. Come on. It's giving me everything else. Ugh. Can I get to it? Let's aim camera at it. I need to click on the parachute. Radial drogue chute. Cut parachute. It's very important that we land right side up. Oh, shoot. Alright. Let me use the SAS. And now we're descending faster than I wanted to. Okay, but we're earning electric charge because I'm using an exploit here, but the solar panels don't realize they're under a liquid. I don't know how much deeper we're gonna go, but hopefully not too much deeper. Mostly just for my sanity. Because this is creepy. Alright, I can turn my camera on because there's nothing, I'm not blocking anything anymore, it's just black. Any more science can be done? We already did mystery goo observation, didn't we? Keep, but I think we now have duplicates. So in case this wasn't obvious, these are full of ore, and this is a rover that is meant to drive around on the bottom of the ocean. We could turn on the lights. There's nothing to see. But there's life on the surface of Eve. Is there life in Eve's oceans? And what will it be like? And it's okay if not. Like, if there's no life in Eve's oceans, that it really is okay. Oh, there's rocks! Ooh, I didn't account for this. Oh. 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 There's rocks in the bottom of Eve's oceans. Run analysis. Tells us what there is. Alright. Let's quick save. Because we've made it. Okay, let's take a seismic scan. Said let's do a seismic scan. There we go. So I'm gonna start sending these. Is the water gonna break the transmitter? Alright, I'm gonna micromanage the science for a minute. No, it's doing this because it's not sure whether we're landed or splashed down. Alright, let's time accelerate to get our electric charge back. Okay. Thank goodness the solar panels work at the bottom of the ocean. Review data. Send the atmosphere analysis. Now we can run a new atmosphere analysis and keep. It's just going to make that noise. The atmosphere analysis is a lot of data. Yeah, we're going to get 63 science from this. I mean, we won't because of my settings, but the air is so thick the analyzer has to push it into the chamber with a stick on a robo arm. Actually, it's not. That's because it's not air, it's explodium. I'm going to skip ahead. It's just going to be this for a minute. What a great noise. I'm transmitting the mystery goo. And the other mystery goo. Transmit. And I've done everything else that I can do, and since I can't transmit more than one copy of something, then there's no point in doing the rest of it. So, did we complete that? Mystery goo is done. All of this stuff should be duplicates. Reset, 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 reset. Yeah. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to quick save. I'm going to turn myself off, and now we're going to explore. We've splashed down in the oceans of Eve. Yes, we've done more than that. I'm going to explore this place. Now, let's see. Where are we? Well, we're there. That doesn't really help us, does it? We can kind of see where the land is. We could visit the land. One thing that we could do... Oh, actually, we can get a sense of where we are just by zooming out. Okay. So... we could attempt to visit the land... by going forward and a little to the right. Let's try it. If we go forward and a little to the right, we can get to the land. I'm going to keep this open to see what our electric charge situation is. We can get up to the surface and see what the surface is like, and then we can go deeper if we want to go deeper. That's my plan. I'm going to time accelerate a lot of this because this is as fast as I can move across the surface, and you're not going to want to watch that. There was a screen on button. Yeah, that's fun. We can look at that. I don't know what these things... I don't know what Spudamini means. There's graviolium here. We just got confirmation of graviolium. This is a huge moment for the space program. 3.773% graviolium in the oceans of Eve. Well, that's a big deal. Alright, anyway, now, like I said, I'm going to fast forward. I'm stuck on something. Oh, I'm out of electric charge. That's what it is. Okay, I got electric charge back. Now we proceed forward again. You know, I forget to say this sometimes, but I'm really enjoying this, and I'm so proud of myself that this works. Like, this is untested, and these things are kind of the edge of my ability to plan out. Like, you know, maybe other Kerbal people can plan out bigger missions and stuff, but like, to put together a rover that would work on the bottom of Eve's ocean, I'm very happy I had the idea, I'm very proud that it's working, and I'm so excited to be doing it. And this is going to be extremely tedious, because we can go about, you know, 20 meters, and then we get stuck. Also, these rocks are too big for me to get over, so I'm gonna get stuck in the rocks. It's gonna be a whole thing. The wheels are broken on the right side. How did that happen? I'm going to load a quick save and see if I can revert that damage, because we're not going to be able to steer like this. Okay, they're not broken in this reality. Which way am I going? Am I still going the right way? I have so far to go. been going for a while, and I can't help but notice that we don't seem to be going up. So, like, at some point we've got to hit a slope, right? Because we're headed toward the shore, and we've definitely covered some distance, but I feel like we've only covered like a seventh of the distance. We might have to table this for the time being and come back to it another time. But I'm just so happy about this. This is amazing. I'm driving. Oh, there goes my electrocharge again. I am driving a submersible rover through the unexplored oceans of an alien world. That is just ridiculous. And it's purple, which is great. I'll try a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna maybe, like, get dinner or something. Oh, we're getting stuck on the rocks. I think one of the wheels is broken. We're dragging. Which one? Oh, the brakes are on. Oh. Okay, I've been doing this for quite some time. I don't know how much I've sped up versus cut. It looks like I am still maybe a third at most of the way to the shore, and I have gotten stuck. There's rocks all around me. Like, I'm not unable to move, I'm just unable to go forward in the direction I want to go. So I might come back to this another time, but I think that this has been... I've had my fill of this fun. This was excellent, but I don't know. Maybe sometime when I'm not recording or wearing headphones or ready for dinner, I will come back to this. But regardless, super excited about it. I'll turn those off for now. This is the submersible rover Marrow Eve, and how cool is that? I think that's great. Okay, I'm gonna save, and then I need to stop for now, but I'm gonna come back and we'll figure out what's next. For our last thing, we'll do our third and final Gilly landing. I was about to call it Ike. Gilly landing, and I think Hudemi's going to go again. Gwendis got to go twice, or for the first time, and Hudemi gets to go twice. So transfer crew, transfer. What I realized after returning last time is that there's no reason he couldn't have just gone to 2 biomes in one trip, because I have more than enough Delta V. Anyway, I'm going to speed our way through landing in the lowlands, and then we'll return, and I think that'll be it. There's a light shining on. You see that? If I roll my ship this way, it shines a light on Gilly. That's several kilometers away. I'm not sure what's so bright. Something is reflecting. Let's see if I can find it. Is it the solar panels? Doesn't matter. That's just not supposed to happen, but it is cool. All right, let's find the lowlands. Okay, we're here. We're sitting at an odd angle. That's fine. Science time. We did our science. We did everything we were here to do. We're going to go back and conclude this. We're almost back. We have to switch to the space bus real quick. Okay, we're back with the space bus. We need to build a maneuver, and then we can switch back to our other craft. Actually, this is going to take a while. we're orbiting Gilly so slowly. I'm going to make it add a maneuver here and make an alarm for it, because we've got two other things that are going to happen first. So you know what? We'll return to it next time, because I think we've run on long enough. Next time we will do the Dunahab Duna maneuver, the space bus Minmus maneuver, and the Gilly lander will return to questing night. And that's how we'll start off next time. And then maybe we'll even make it to Archmage arriving. I don't know what else we got going on. We've got a space station core to launch next time as well. Anyway, Hudemy and I are signing off for today. Thank you so much for joining, and hope you had a good time. I'll see you in it for the next one. Bye-bye.